Click, click. Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys.
So, my partner in crime, Ed, he decided to join us tonight. Unfortunately, Amy had some stuff come up and she can't join us. So, this is sorry. Ed, hold on. There we go. So, but what I wanted to do maybe was offer, because we don't have an interviewee tonight, and Ed we've talked to, and we know most of the important stuff about Ed, I think, most of it. I'd like to offer to somebody in the chat, maybe Seth, because you're fish, if you'd like to come up, John McKenzie, Big M, I know you're not ready to do that yet. Peplin, anybody, Sandy, if anybody would like to come up, let me know. There's Larry D. If somebody'd like to come up and let us interview you, let me know. I will, anybody at all, everybody's welcome.
Or you can interview us.
That is something. That is something. And I get that, Big M, and that's okay. I didn't, no pressure at all. Anytime you're ready, we're here, but you don't, definitely don't feel like you need to.
I think I got a cat hair in my eye.
R.B Animals, how you doing? Let me go through and say hi to everybody real quick then, because your fish was in here early, and William Pridemore. William, I didn't see you around for a while. I don't know if you took a few days off, but I was thinking about you the other day, and then I saw you on Facebook, so that's good. And there's Mupperoni, John McKenzie, Peplin, Sandy. We said hi to Larry D. There's S. And I said hi to Big M. Larry D, John Larson, Geek Boy, RB, Terry's Tropical Tanks. How you doing? RB. I think. Oh, then Daniel Velez just came in. I believe I said hi to everybody, but if I missed you, I'm sorry and hi. So Ed, I have a little bit of Godzilla trivia for you, and I don't think you know this. So do you remember the Godzilla cartoon?
I do.
Do you know who did the voice of Godzilla? It really wasn't a voice. It wasn't like he was like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Godzilla." It wasn't anything like that. But the person did all the grunts and groans and stuff for Godzilla, and all those noises. Do you know who that was?
I think I heard this once, but it's been a famous person.
He was in other stuff. Yes, he was very well known in the early '60s and a little bit in the '70s. Mostly TV, but he did do some movies and stuff. So if for people that don't know, Ed is a big Godzilla fan. We were just talking about it, and he knows so much trivia about Godzilla. It's very impressive.
But I think I've heard this, though. It was a long time ago. I think I actually heard this like 20 years ago. Because I was surprised they actually had a real person.
John McKenzie thought Vincent Price?
I was going to guess Vincent Price, but he didn't do much TV other than like Egghead on Batman.
William said he killed a tank full of fish, so he took a few days. Oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry. There's Patty.
No, let's not go with that.
His name was Ted Cassidy, better known as Lurch from the Addams Family.
I remember that now. I remember it was Lurch now.
You rang.
Darn it.
But you did know that. You just had forgotten.
Yeah, well, it's been so many years ago. I think I heard it like at a comic book show or something, somewhere. I remember hearing that, but
he did a lot of voice. I was watching a thing about him today, and he did a lot of voiceover work. And he was on the Justice League. He played different people, and he was on a few. He played himself, or his character Lurch, I should say, on the Scooby-Doo movies and a whole bunch of stuff. So there's Brienne came in. Let's see, did we miss anybody else? And RB said, I checked out a massive comic book collection here in town. Did you buy the comic book or just go take a look at it? Was it more like just a trip to look at it? And Brienne launched her first water bottle and custom shirt on Teespring. Congratulations. Very nice.
Awesome.
I actually have a shirt.
I bought a comic book today. Let's talk about your shirt first.
I have a shirt, and it's actually my face, the same one I use for my icon and everything, except it doesn't have the thing. And I actually had it way before I started doing YouTube. I've had it for a very long time. And I think I've sold 6 of them over like the last 5 years. But if anybody ever wants my face on your body, then the link is on my homepage there. But it's through Amazon. Amazon does a good job too. I know most people use Teespring. I have an Amazon merch account, so I can make different stuff on there, hoodies and different types of things. And look at Big M; he's got the link for it. And you see my actual business name. I own a business, and it's in my name right there. G Spot Geek. It's for the Geek Spot. And there's Furlough. How you doing? So again, we don't really have, Amy couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately. Too early for that kind of talk. I already have your face over my bed, Rico Stan. You must not sleep very well. That's got to be a little scary. I mean, my wife is used to seeing it, but I can't imagine somebody waking up. What is that? Bionic Bigfoot's in here. Oh, Ted Cassidy was also Bionic Bigfoot.
Oh, I did not know that.
On the hey, there's Skipper too.
I always wanted that action figure.
Yeah, I did too. I had the Steve Austin one, but I never had Bionic Bigfoot. And Bionic Bigfoot used to be my avatar, like in the early 2000s for a website that I actually it turned into IGN, which is a gaming website. I used to go there quite a bit to one of the specific forums, and I was the Bionic Bigfoot there. Oh,
well, I always wanted. Yep, good old Nico. I've always wanted. Well, always. When I was a kid, I wanted it, but I did get Trudy. I think his name was Trudy. The doctor that kind of was Steve's assistant. He had the exploding briefcase.
Yeah.
He wore a suit.
What was his name?
I thought it was Trudy, but that doesn't make sense. I don't know.
And what was his boss's name? Oscar.
Well, Oscar.
Oh, Oscar.
I wonder if it was Oscar Trudy or something like that. Like his last name. I don't know why Trudy.
Maybe it was.
Oh, wow.
So I think we said hi to everybody. Does anybody that we haven't, Eric Furlough. Eric, you feel like coming up? Since Amy can't come up tonight, you were on my list. If you'd like to come up and let us interview you, that would be good. What's this? K-Cobb Barton? Nobody is going to order one. That's sort of a dick thing to say there, K-Cobb. There's no reason to be, like that. I'm sure a lot of people would be happy to buy Brienne's shirt. She's pretty popular in the fish fam.
Oh yes, for sure.
So we don't need that kind of clientele here. Yeah, good job, Muppet. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, anyways, Eric, if you'd like to come up, pretty much anybody that's in the chat right now, if you'd like to come up and be interviewed, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, Ed and I are just going to entertain you with. We're going to do some whaling songs from the 1800s.
Unfortunately, that's a Norwegian song. So I don't know what it is in English.
Yeah.
But I can go for the full 2.5 hours of that song. It's a very long, slow song.
It's a saga. Fish and Floral, how you doing tonight? And no problem, Brienne. No problem at all. 1970s TV commercials for McDonald's. Voice of McDonald's officer Big Mac. Who was that? Who was that, Terry? McDonald's officer Big Mac.
Do you remember that Big Mac McDLT, quarter pounder with some cheese, filet fish and cheeseburger, Happy Meal? Yeah. Remember that rap they had? And you would bought the Sunday newspaper, and there was a record player or a record in it. It was like a paper record, but you could put it on your record player, and it would play the song.
I do sort of remember that. Oh, Ted Cassidy was that. And RB said he'd come up after he finishes dinner. He's on my list as well of people. You know who, and no offense to anybody else in here, but the person that's in the chat that I would really like to interview is Peplin. I don't think I've ever seen Peplin on a live stream. Peplin's an awesome guy, and I really think everybody should give him, you know, let's get Peplin to come up. Yeah. I have mine sitting here somewhere too. Oh, there they are. What's the sound effect?
Wow, good job.
That was my first time too.
Yeah, you're like a parrot or something. Very impressive. A mockingbird.
Come on, Peplin.
So guess what I bought today?
You bought some gas and some fuel cleaner. Is it fuel cleaner? Is that what it's called?
Yes. I bought Lee's fuel cleaner.
What else did you buy?
I bought a graphic novel. Nice.
Which one? Or are you saving it for?
Well, I was saving it, but can you guess?
No. You got to give me some kind of hint.
We've already talked about this in the stream.
Did you buy the Namor omnibus?
We talked about Namor in this? No.
Oh, today we talked.
We talked about it today.
Hey, oh, so Godzilla?
Yes.
Godzilla, huh? And
I have no idea. I didn't even crack it. I just bought it.
Nice.
We'll see what it is. I was going to save it for the week that Godzilla comes out.
Casey,
we'll see if I remember.
Casey Kasem. Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. I can't do his voice. I used to love Casey Kasem, though.
Yeah, he used to do, I think, Shaggy and a lot of other.
Yeah. Did you ever hear his meltdown? He was recording one of the things. He was doing a long distance dedication. And, you know, he was doing his thing and something that was like an upbeat song. And he got a letter from a kid whose dog had died. And he was just going off about how they can't just, you know, you can't just throw that on me. He kept saying, it's ponderous, man, ponderous. And he was so mad. He was swearing and it's hilarious. If you ever get a chance, go listen to Casey Kasem's meltdown. It's good stuff. Peplin, I get it. That's okay, man. But anytime you're ready, we're here too. And I'd love to interview you.
Talking about famous celebrity DJs. We had one like crash my sister's wedding because her reception was at, I think, the Ramada or I don't know, Marriott. It was at some hotel. Wolfman Jack.
Wow.
Came in and took a plate of food and talked to people and left. He just walked in, took food and left.
That's hilarious. What a dick move. I mean,
I know. And he drove. He had a pink Cadillac, but it was all rusted out.
Hey, Skipper, the only thing is we've already interviewed you, so I want to give other people an interview chance. But if nobody else wants to, then yeah, we can interview you again. If Catfish see me on another stream first, he'd never let me hear the end of it. Okay, understood, man, understood. But someday, dude, you gotta come up and let us. So you go get on his stream and then come see us.
My hand really smells of gasoline. Gosh, poor Nico. I've been petting him with this hand.
You've been huffing gas today, huh?
Yeah,
that'll get you there. Hey, there's Colored Guppies. Hey, dude, how you doing?
Colored Guppies is cool.
Yeah, he was gone for a while there too, and I'm glad that he came back. I saw him on Instagram quite a bit, but not on the tubes of you.
He's a big dog too. Does he have two?
I think I was gonna say more than one, right? Color Guppies, you got more than one big dog. I feel like.
I'm not a dog expert, so I don't want to say they're pit bulls, but maybe they're American bulldogs. Maybe they are pit bull. I don't know. I'm terrible.
He's gonna tell us.
Yeah, I hope so.
Color guppies. Would you like to come up and be interviewed? That would be cool. There's a lot of people. Like I said, anybody who's interested. The one person who I really, really want to come up to, well, besides the people I've already said, and I know she'll probably will never do it, is our friend Patty.
Oh, Patty'd be awesome.
Patty, one of these times, Patty, you're gonna come up and we're gonna learn about you more. And it's a scary thought, but I think it'd be enjoyable.
If Patty doesn't want to actually show her face, she could get one of those cardboard cutouts, and she could get maybe a Fabia one or something. Some guy with a lot of pecs. Or how about that Edward from he's going to be Batman. Preston
Robert Pattinson. We talked about that last night because my daughter corrected me because I said Robert Patterson and she said it's Pattinson. Oh, Peplin said he was in Daniken's stream last summer for the Fish Fam tour. Hey, there's Mikey. Yes. Patty said never.
That's never. When I saw Peplin.
Come on, Patty. Don't say never.
Never say never. Well, let me tell you what happened with me today.
Yes.
I had some good news because I've been freaking out that my transmission's gone out on my truck. And I finally got the machine that reads it because I like to read my car before I take it to the shop because I don't want them to say, oh, it's the transmission, and it turned out it was something minor,
Blinker fluid.
Well, and that's maybe what would have happened if I would have went there and said, I think it might be my transmission because it kind of stuttered a couple times. But it said that I had bad fuel. So
awesome.
Let's hope this works because that is about as affordable of a fix as I can afford. Yeah. I can afford a little more, but that's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Now, how do you think you got bad fuel?
Well, it's not necessarily bad fuel. I was running it so low. Because I ran it so low, and James said that the bad stuff might stay in your car, float, water will float and stuff. And so when you get down to your very bottom, it'll be sucking some of the crud in.
Gotcha.
So, and James, he used to be a manager at AutoZone or one of those places. So he knows how to read all those things, and he knows all the stuff about cars. And so he told me what to do, and it was awesome.
James to the rescue.
Yep, and the reader I had was my brother-in-law's, but he is in Alaska right now, so I couldn't call him to ask him how to use it. So I called James, and he'd never seen it. So we went through a tutorial on the computer, we did the video chat.
Yeah,
but it's so difficult to hold something. Let's say he has to see whatever this 8-ball's saying. You can't hold it like this, because the thing's way over here, so I had to hold it like cockeyed like this. He kept saying, I'm looking at your leg, Ed. I'm
looking at your leg, Ed.
Well, because it was down here, because it's down under the steering wheel. But oh man, not easy.
Patty said I would be more of a drunken late night foul mouth type of appearance if it happened. I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's our favorite type of woman. I'm just teasing.
Got your sticker today, Mike. Thanks, Mr. McKenzie said. I sent out a few this past week. I've got some more to send out that I was supposed to send out yesterday, and I did not do it. Ed, I sent yours to James because I knew you guys were going to hang out soon, I think, right?
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed that this gasoline works.
Gotcha.
I was going to license my Camaro today, and then I was just going to drive that. And I can't find my title. It's in a tin box with my with my other title and my passport and a couple other important things, like maybe a birth certificate. I don't know. It's like in a little tin. But I had it, like I put it in the tin when I moved from St. Louis to my mom and dad's house. But then when I moved here, I just grabbed all the stuff in, because I was living in one room at my mom and dad's, and just threw it all in a box. And now that box is sealed up and got mixed in with all my boxes and storage and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I don't know where my pin is.
It's there.
So, yeah, but it'd be nice to be able to license my Camaro.
So you have the two cars, the Camaro and the truck.
Yeah, I have a Ford and a Chevy.
Gotcha. You're not picky about the brand. You're not one of those guys.
As long as it's American made.
I'm
a UAW guy. I gotta be there.
Yeah. I don't even care if it's American made, to be honest. I pretty much drive anything. Some more people came in. We had Gnarly Fish Tanks. Good to see you. John, my fish tanks. John, did you change your name? Were you one of the other Johns, or I have seen you around a lot recently, but I feel like you're somebody else who changed your name. Mismatch socks. Why I always have a hard time saying that. It's always good to see you. Glad she came in. There's Amanda May. How you doing?
Fish, my car is a 97 standard Camaro. It's green and it's a convertible.
Bitchin' Camaro.
Yeah, I really just wanted a convertible. And it turned out that I was like looking at the Sebrings. And then I was like, why am I looking at a Sebrings when I can get a Camaro for the same price? And Sebrings break. And you know what? Like 7 years ago, I bought a Sebrings convertible. So I was going to have two convertibles and my truck. I bought the car. It was that my dad volunteered at this thing called Righteous Rides. They built vans and they gave them to missionaries that came back from the mission fields. And see, missionaries have to go from like church to tell people what they're doing or whatever, so they can collect money, or I don't know. But it was still something that my dad enjoyed doing because he's retired, you know. Well, people would donate their cars and they would fix them up and sell them real cheap. And my dad's like, hey, they got a Sebrings down here that's like half price of what Blue Book. And I ran down there and I bought it. And I was driving it home. I drove it to the license bureau, got my license. Then I was driving it home and it broke down the engine.
Oh my God.
They came and they picked it up, and they're Christian guys. So they gave me my money back, and they went and they put a new engine in. And then they said, hey, you want to buy it again? It's like, no.
There's Ray's, where is it? Ray Aquatics. Good to see you. And who else? I saw somebody else. John, my fish tanks. Oh, I had MTF fish tanks. Oh, okay. I don't know that I've seen you around until maybe the last couple of weeks. I probably, and that's on me. I'm not saying that you're a newbie or anything. I'm the newbie. I just don't remember seeing you around. There's Dave Farrell. Dave, I called you Dave Farrell. We realized that last night, and I said the Farrell. They have some the Farrell kids, and we were laughing because feral cats, feral kids, like you know. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing your last name right or not. Okay,
we could get Dave and Brianne up here if they'd want to come.
Let me do this invite thingy thing.
Oh, never mind. It sounds like he has someone.
RB's going to come up.
Awesome.
There you go. RB, come up and join us, and we'll do a little interview. And the one thing I do know about RB is he's another Rick. So there's quite a few Ricks around.
Who's the other Rick?
Me.
I'm just messing with
you. There's another one too, though. There's
Ricky Schroeder,
Dead Fred. There is PB Aquatics.
Dead Fred is awesome.
He is, and I haven't seen him in the streams lately either. I caught a couple of his videos today, but 1979 Trans Am. I've never had any of the Trans Ams or Camaros or any of those.
That'd be nice.
None of those. I've just never been a car guy. I had my Volkswagens, but here we go. You got pants on, right?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's only seeing your face anyways. Oh, I hear a little echo. Da 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 da.
Is that a Panthers hat?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Now, do you go by Ricky, or is it Rick, or what do you go by?
I go by Ricky.
Okay. And again, it's another Rick, another Ricky. All right, Ricky. So, where do you live at? What you don't have to be exact. I don't need your street address, but the state would be good.
North Carolina.
Okay, nice place. Who else? Who else do we know that lives in North Carolina?
It's really close to my house.
Not too far from you?
Nope. Chattanooga is like way down at the corner of Tennessee. So like I'm really close to Alabama and Georgia are really close, but the Carolinas are just right on the other side. Like there's this mountaintop where you can see it. I don't know I think it's 5 states if you count the state you're in.
Which you would.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's about a 8 or 10 hour drive from where I'm at.
Gotcha. That's not crazy. And Geek Boy said he grew up in North Carolina. There's somebody else too that we've talked to recently who also
is Jess Fish Granny. She might be there.
Yeah. Anyways, Patty said, "Oh wow, RB is clean shaven, looks great." So you had the beard just recently, then, huh?
Yeah. It was my live stream that I did earlier I think end of last week or the other day or something like that. I did a live stream and I had a beard and I just got tired of it and shaved.
And do you feel like you made a mistake, or do you feel like you made the right choice?
Well, riding around on the scooter with that cold wind, it makes my face cold now.
Because I've shaved mine off a few times over my later life, because I did have a beard once I got into IT work, but before that I was a green grocer for a grocery store, and so you can't really have, you're dealing with food, so you really can't have a beard. So, but I did shave it a few times, and every time I've shaved my beard, as soon as I was done, I was like, that was the wrong thing to do. The worst thing was when I had like waist length hair and a big long beard, and I shaved it all. It was all gone. There was no mustache. I should have shaved my eyebrows because that was the only hair left. And that was just a horrible, horrible mistake. And this is growing back from that still. But so what do you do for a living, Ricky?
I'm on a fixed income.
Oh, okay. Okay. And I saw you have a lot of animals, right?
I have 20 plus dogs, 8 cats. I have ducks. I have quails.
Oh, cool.
Trying to start this 55-gallon tank right there, but everything I put in it dies.
Huh.
Oh, I hate a death tank.
Yeah, I had one of those, but it seems to have cured itself. I don't. It's not an issue anymore, but there for a while it was. So you're not sure what's going on with it then?
No, because my water's well water, so I know it's not the water.
Some tanks are cursed. They just are.
Yeah, and I've heard people say that. Yeah, and it probably, I shouldn't say it can't be your well water. I suppose there could be something in there, but you have other tanks too, right?
No, I have a beta tank, and he's doing all right. Yeah,
and that's probably a smaller tank, so that would be.
Yeah, it's a 5-gallon.
Yeah, huh? Well, it's a curiosity. You'll have to keep us up to date on it, and what you find out, once you finally get it figured out, what it was that was causing the issue. Maybe different the substrate or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking about changing the gravel out to sand and changing the decorations out and seeing if that works.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it might just be something in there that's leaching something into the water. Okay. Any relationships? Are you married? Are you in any long-term relationships?
No, I've been single for 15 years.
Okay.
My last the last relationship I had, she cheated on me. So I just haven't had no one after that.
Yeah. I was married before this time, and that was the same thing that happened. So been there, done that. So so no kids then, obviously, or anything like that.
No.
Gotcha.
No, the animals are my kids.
Yeah, and you got a lot of them. How many again? How many dogs?
20 plus.
Wow.
A lot of them's rescued.
Wow,
I'm trying to get my business license to open a rescue center here at the house.
That'd be cool.
Very cool.
And you probably talked to Bob Kaler about that a little bit, right?
No.
Because he does that. He runs that one.
The Ark.
Yeah, the Ark. He runs a support or a center, so he probably would have some good information for you. And I know you know Bob. He's such a great guy. I'm sure.
Yeah, I heard about it. I just haven't talked to him about it.
I bet he'd have some good information for you. And Grumpy Mike called me. Yeah, jerky jerk hippie Rico. That's not very nice. That's not very nice, Mike. You're hurting my feelings. So, what got you into animals? I mean, I was going to say fish keeping, but what it sounds like the fish keeping is almost low on your, priority list.
Well, the fish, I've been doing fish on and off, but I'm not good at it. I've been doing fish for 20 plus years on and off, and I get them to live for a few months and then they die.
Oh, gotcha. Nuts. That sucks.
But I've been into animals since I was 3 years old.
Yeah. And not to change it up too much, but Bob said that you're a huge geek like us. You're really and you were saying you went and looked at a comic book collection today. So you're big into comic books and stuff like that too?
Yeah, I'm into comic books, movies, like different types of movies, video games, toys.
What kind of video games? What are you, new stuff, old stuff, combination?
Combination of both.
Yeah. Do you play stuff today on a computer or a console or?
I have a PlayStation 3 right now. I just haven't played it in a while.
Gotcha.
I just picked up a PS1 and a PS2 today.
Wow. So yeah, you collect the older ones too.
Yeah, I just haven't played any games in a while. Just one game on the phone, and that's it.
And which one is that?
The Pokemon Go.
Oh.
I was hoping it was one of the games I play. I play two.
Oh, which I knew you did the Star Wars one. What's the other one you play?
The one I absolutely love is called Hustle Castle.
Oh yes, I played that.
Yeah, I tried that game and I just couldn't get into it.
I stopped playing them on my phone, but I play on the Xbox, and I used to play on the computer all the time. But I mean, I've got like 400 games on Steam, and I never played anymore.
Wow,
I've got
13 maybe.
Wingspan is one of them. Lefty gave me Wingspan, where he gave me a code for like 35% off, and I installed it, and I started the tutorial, and then I got busy doing something else, and I never went back. Hey, Cooper Aquatics came in. S, real quick. He said, I'm flattered, Patty, but I'm sure people would rather know more about you than me. Well, that's sort of true. I do, because Patty's definitely a character, and I definitely would love to interview her. But S, you're definitely on the list of people that I would love to come up. I'd love to have you come up sometime. So
I'd love to hear how S pronounces her name or his name. Is that a boy or a girl?
I believe S is male.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. We're about to find out. Yeah. Maybe. Is it S or is it I always said, kiss my ass. All right. So you comic books, what kind of are you across the board? Are you into DC and Marvel and all of them, or do you really have
I'm into all of them, but I mainly collect Batman comics.
Oh, okay. That's a huge collection. I mean, there's a lot there to collect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or is it?
At where I went to checked out the comic book collection, I come across almost a whole run of Legend of the Dark Knight Batman series, and he almost had all of them that he's holding for me.
I don't know that I've read The Legend of the Dark Knight. I'm not sure that I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, I haven't read them neither, but it started. The information I found out, it started in 88 or 89.
Okay.
Up to the almost, I think, either end of 90 or the beginning of 2000. Because there's 214 issues in the run.
Well, then I think, I feel like I should know about it then. I mean, that's a huge run. That's a long time for,
My problem is I don't know the names or the difference between all the names of the different runs.
Yeah. And it's hard for...
Yeah, I recognize it more by the art.
Yeah, that's me. I know by the art or the characters on of the covers.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there's so many, like the I was gonna say X-Men. That's not what I meant. Like the Darkest Night.
Yeah.
Or the Blackest Night. Sorry, the Blackest Night thing.
Yeah.
There's a million different runs for all of them, and I get why. I get why some people that are just getting into comic books can get a little bit confused about it because they don't know where to dive in. That's the question we seem to see it the most when I look on forums and stuff. Is people like, I really want to get into comics, but I don't know where to start. Because it's overwhelming, especially if you pick a character like Batman, who started in 1938 or 1941, whatever it was.
Yeah, they started in the 30s on Batman.
I mean, that's how do you start? With a character like that, how do you start reading that? S said, I just put S to make it easy for you all to say and type the first letter of my name. Well, we appreciate that. Okay, so we talked about where you're at. And how long have you lived where you're at right now? Have you always been in North Carolina?
No, I moved here when I was 2.
Oh, pretty much then.
Yeah, so... What, 34 years?
Gotcha.
Because I'm 36 now, so 34. Yeah, 34 years.
Please say Chicago.
I'm from Sarasota.
Oh.
Why Chicago? What? Because that's where you were from?
No, I just thought it'd be funny because it seems like everybody's from Chicago.
Oh,
I'm from St. Louis.
Well,
my brother lives in Chicago right now.
So there is a Chicago tie there.
Yeah, my brother works at the making casino games up there.
Oh, cool. For
try to get cheat codes from him to go to the machines. He said he can't do it, and he can't give family members the cheat codes.
That would be cool if you could,
How about friends of the family members?
No, he can't give no one the. Yeah, he can't give no one the cheat codes how to win.
Hey, there's Crystal's Pets and Plants. How you doing? It's good to see you. I do this every time. I go, hey, there's so and so's name, and then I go, I don't know what that is.
It's the drive-by. Everybody in my neighborhood, we all wave at each other when we drive by.
Yeah, I do that going down the road on the moped. I sit there and wave at them. Sometimes they wave back, and sometimes they won't.
Yeah, around here, just in the neighborhood, it's hard because we live in a place where there's a lot of summer guests, summer people. They're not here year round, so I actually don't even really engage with those people very much. But the few people that live here year round where we're at, we're like a close knit community. But the rest of them, I know one guy's name out of all the 70 houses around us. I know one guy, and that's only because he knocked on my door one day. He wanted to buy a car we had that we had just taken the plates off of, so it was cool because I wanted to get rid of the car. So
you sell it?
Oh yeah, we gave it to basically. It was $400. I just gave it to him. I just wanted it off the property. It was still ran and everything, but we weren't going to do anything with it. The kids didn't want it, so he came and took it away from us. And now I have another one of those. So if you know anybody who wants a Pontiac G6 that still runs, come and get it.
Well, if it's not my fuel, I might be desperate.
Oh, what you got there?
The Chihuahua that I rescued last summer.
Oh, what's his or her name?
Andrea.
Oh,
I rescued her out of Walmart parking lot.
Oh, she was
Somebody
just walking around.
Yeah, 'cause we think someone just put her out in the parking lot and this took off.
Well, she's a quiet girl.
I love little dogs. Everybody's like, oh, they're yippy, and I've had plenty of big dogs, but I do prefer the smaller dogs myself. Now,
Yeah, that's what all mine are, is small dogs, except for one. She's a hound mix. She's the largest one of all of them.
All 20 of them. That still gets me. That's just a lot of dogs. So what other hobbies do you have? So we know you like comic books. We know you definitely like animals. What are some other stuff? Are you into any kind of like nature stuff, like bird watching or hiking, or any of that kind of stuff?
I go hiking and fishing once in a while.
Yeah.
And then I go sometimes and play board games here and there.
Oh, cool. Ed's a big board gamer.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know either y'all play Hero Clicks or not.
No, I've never played. I know what it is, but I've never played.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I know what it is also, but I haven't played it.
Yeah,
I need to learn.
Yeah, I've been playing for the last 5 years Hero Clicks.
I think I have one of them.
Oh, I have a couple of them because I got them from different comic book shows.
Yeah.
They put them in your grab bag or the goodie bag.
I can't remember why I have them. Don't they have?
You got Batman. I know
they have pretty much every? I mean, they've got like anime characters. Don't they have like across the board? Pretty much, they've got rights to a ton of different types of characters.
Yeah, they got license to WWE now.
Oh, that's crazy. I know they've got Star Wars, and I'd like to get at least the Boba Fett's or something.
I think that's what we have. I think we have
I haven't seen the Star Wars one yet.
Oh,
Star Treks they have.
Oh,
they're working on. Yeah, they're working on Transformers. They're working on Scooby Doo, trying to get license for Scooby Doo. They're trying to get license for the Simpsons too, and Family Guy.
Now, when you're playing the game, does it sort of a mix and match? So Scooby Doo would go up against Star Wars type stuff.
Yeah, they could go up against anything.
It's sort of interesting. That's a weird, eclectic collection. You get the Simpsons in there, and get something really dark and gory. And
now, is every character equal, like, or is Thamos like the same power as Robin?
They're all different. They're different levels and points and powers and all that's all different.
Is Batman awesome?
Yeah, Batman's good.
I hope so, because I love him.
Yeah, so far they're with my Batman team. No one could beat me because it's all Batman.
Nice.
Every character is Batman himself.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
different universe of Batman. Out of different comic books and all that. I have the 66 Batman too.
Do you you collect figures too?
I'm getting into it now.
Because I'll have to find it, but we had a Monster energy drink box filled with Batman. It was all different kinds, and I wanted to get rid of it. So maybe I'll send it to you. I've got to look and see if I can find it. But if you're interested in it, I'll ship it to you.
Yeah. Let me get the dogs off my lap and let me see if I could turn the camera around and I'll show you my Batman collection.
Batman. Come on, Ed. Let's get some music.
Bang! Pow!
Do you remember when
we
he
lost him?
Do you remember when he was running with the bomb?
Yeah.
My wife didn't
Good
remember
times.
that. I brought that up for something. I don't remember what it was, but Batman running around holding the bomb. I told her that reminded me of Batman with the bomb, and she's like, "What the hell is Batman with the bomb?" So
There's my Batman collection.
here, let's do this.
Now, do you see that Batman in the ornament box? I had the Wonder Woman hanging in my Camaro, and a girl put a bird cage in my Camaro and broke her arm off.
There's some more. Yeah,
Who is
anything
your favorite Batman?
my favorite one, TV show or movie?
Either.
Either. Adam West.
Yeah. What was the one guy who voiced it in the animation? Conroy, Robert Conroy, something like that.
Yeah, I think that's who it is. He's all right.
I liked
Only-
his voice. I think he did a good job on it.
Yeah, the only one that's in the case that's not Batman is Harley Quinn up there.
Cool.
Very cool.
That's because I got her for Christmas last year.
It's a good sized collection. Yeah. Now the ones I have are all obviously out of their case, but if you're interested, like I said, you can have them. I'll try and find them again and send them off to you. There's probably a good 25, 30 different Batman figures in there. All different ones. One of my kids was really into Batman. Oh, it was my youngest son. He was I have a picture of him somewhere. He was about 7 and he was Batman for Halloween. And every time, did we lose you? Looks like we lost him.
Well, Amanda, I will check what time my store opens. I believe it opens at 12 o'clock. I'm assuming that you're talking about Aquatic Aesthetics.
There's Daniken. What's up, Kenny?
Fish stores in Lexington, Tennessee.
Wait for Ricky to come back. So,
well,
Aiden,
did you ever catch the cartoon of Batman that had the voice of that goofy guy from the Drew Carey show? Not Ryan Stiles, but Ryan Stiles' roommate.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of other stuff. He was in The Office or Office Space, the movie, right? Wasn't he the guy's neighbor who he could hear through the
I never
wall?
saw it.
You never saw Office Space?
Never saw Office Space.
Ed, we're done. We're through.
Oh, what? That's not very nice. It opens at 12 p.m. tomorrow. Amanda. If that's the story you wanted to know.
There we go.
Yeah, good.
So my youngest son was Batman. He was like, I don't know, 6 or 7. And you'd ask him what he was. I mean, it's obvious he's in the Batman uniform or outfit, but you'd ask him and he'd grip his little fist like this and he'd go, "I'm Batman." He was mad. It was so funny.
Sorry about that. Oh,
Yeah,
when I
no
tried
problem.
to flip the camera back around, it kicked me off.
Not a problem. Batman Beyond, Seth is saying. Ed?
Okay. Well, I saw it on Netflix, but at first I was like, I don't like Batman being a cornball. But you know what? It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I like that guy. He's been in a lot of stuff. I don't remember what his name is, but he's done a lot of different really odd characters. And you know what?
It really has.
I gotta know what his name is.
Where's Ariel?
Yeah, she would probably know.
I tell you, Ariel's never there when you need her.
That's kids for you. Hold on, I'm looking this up. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Well, who else? Okay, other than Batman, if you had
wait. His name is Diedrich Bader.
Oh,
Diedrich Bader. That's the guy.
Awesome.
Okay. All right, now go.
Okay, other than Batman, who's your go-to superhero? Like your backup?
Oh no, the DC side is either Superman or Wonder Woman. On the Marvel side, it's Flash or Spider-Man.
Both good choices. And do you prefer DC over Marvel? It seems like you prefer DC a little more just because of the Batman stuff.
It's kind of equal.
I prefer Marvel myself. Although DC characters are good, there's some good DC stuff. I don't hate DC by any means, but I just seem to gravitate towards the Marvel stuff a little bit more. Hey, there's Rocco. How you doing, Rocco? Good to see you. See, I did it again.
Rocco.
I did it again.
And Marvel's got a lot of good characters. Most of them was rip-offs of DC characters.
I think they both ripped each other off so much. You know, over the years, so much has been ripped off from the other one that we don't even knows anymore.
Well, Marvel came first. And Namor was first. And stupid Aquaman came like 50 years later, and that's all we hear about.
Yeah, that's a sore point for Ed. He's a big Namor fan, and unfortunately, Aquaman gets all the kudos.
The Human Torch was the second guy, but it's not the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four. That one died. The original Torch.
Yeah, the original one died in some kind of accident or something.
He probably fell in the water. He was hanging out with Namor.
Yeah, but my all-time favorite I don't know if you would call them superheroes or not. The turtles.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Who's
your
favorite turtle?
The Raphael.
I'm a Leonardo guy.
I don't know which one, but I do have a few of the graphic novels.
You seem like a Michelangelo guy.
Yeah, I don't remember the different personalities. It's been a while since I've read any of the comics or watching the movies or the cartoon. Or I do have one in that
orange one.
There's one
orange one with nunchucks.
There's a Ninja Turtle in there.
Raphael's the one with the nunchucks.
Nope, Raphael has
he's with the
I know my turtles.
I get them confused sometimes because in a couple of the comics now they got them mixed up.
I have quite a bit of a turtle collection too.
Hey, real quick,
I'm never going to show anybody.
Sorry, real quick. Somebody just said something in the chat there that I really, if Mike or Big M could drop the link for Rocco's shirts that he made for Aquarium Cop, that would be great.
They are cool too.
Yeah, if one of
I
you
saw
guys
him on Jess's show.
can throw those in there. Why don't you ever mention Green Lantern? I like Green Lantern.
Green Lantern is all right. I just don't really care for him. Now, my stepdad, on the other hand, has almost every Green Lantern comic book.
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah, and my mom has almost all the Lady Death's comics.
Oh wow!
I've never actually read a Lady Death comic. I've looked at them, but I've never read one because she is fun to look at. And Patty said the Wonder Twins.
Wonder Twins. I don't. They're kind of weird to me.
Very weird. I agree. They just get weirder. Also, the new ones are really weird.
Yeah, especially the one from what is it? Teen Titans Go. When they had them on there, they're just messed up.
Oh, I never saw that.
I never watched either. I've seen stuff for it. I think it's on Netflix right now, I believe, right?
Netflix or Hulu. It's on one of those.
Yeah. I kept meaning to watch it, but I don't know. I just never did. It looks like I like the other Teen Titan, not the Go, but the other Teen Titans cartoon. I thought that was pretty good. I like a lot of those animations. I go on a kick where I'll just watch them all the time.
Yeah, that's what I do. I get bored. I just rewatch a lot of cartoons.
The only Green Lantern I like is the black guy. Is his name John Carter?
John Carter. No, I don't. That's John Carter of Mars, right?
I'm not sure. I can't remember his first name is cool. John.
Yeah,
I think his first name is John. I just don't remember what his last name was.
I've got his toy in the other room, but I never liked the Green Lanterns until him, and he actually makes the Green Lanterns a lot more cool. I don't know. I just always thought they were too corny.
Let's see.
John Carter
Stewart?
Oh, it might be John Stewart.
Yeah, I think it's John Stewart, I believe.
Yes, it's John Stewart.
Nuts. Stupid Mars guy got me.
Yeah. Neil Adams came up with the idea of a substitute Green Lantern. And I like Neil Adams' Batman stuff. I have a couple of those.
I've seen a couple of the Lantern Batmans and other figures that send the Lantern outfits.
Early years. I'm just sort of scanning this real quick.
John Carter from Mars. Wasn't that wrote by the same guy who wrote Tarzan?
John Carter. No, Burroughs. Not Edgar Rice. Yeah. Actually, no, you're right.
Yeah.
And John Carter, though, he was always naked in those books, I think. It's kind of weird.
Tom Patterson asks, where do you online search for comics? Looking for number 8 Crystar. I don't these days. I really am getting out of the loop. I really haven't done much with it. I do get emails from My Comic Shop.
That's what I use is My Comic Shops, and they got good prices too. I got a whole run of Kiss off there for under $2 a piece.
Nice. I know that I've bought from them in the past, and otherwise sometimes I do eBay, but it's been a while since I bought any single comics. I just do graphic novels these days. That's about it.
Yeah, the one comic I told you about last night that I found at the gift store, I only paid 25 cents for it.
Nice. I like those.
Yeah, it is.
They had more, but they were kind of ripped up and that was the only good one out of the bunch.
Well, my Godzilla book I bought today was only $2, so, and it's a graphic novel.
Where'd you get that one from, Ed?
I got it at Ollie's.
Yeah, I got a couple some of the mystery packs from there. And they got some good ones in it.
A couple of years ago, I think that's the place I'm thinking of, Ollie's. I think that's the one.
Yeah, it's it's them.
Is Ollie's like a you never know what you're going to find there, right? But it's sort of like a dollar store type thing where it's all closeouts and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
they made a
almost like-
deal with DC, and so they're getting tons of comic books from them or graphic novels.
Yeah,
See,
the one here in town's got a deal with Marbles.
Okay,
I
that's
remember
awesome.
I remember a few years ago we went there when they first opened one up here in New York, and they had both of them. They just had racks and racks of them, and I bought tons of them. They were like you said, Ed. They were like just a couple bucks a piece. So I bought a huge stack of graphic novels. I'll have to go back and check it out again. You know, I haven't been reading a lot of superhero stuff over the last few years. I really branched out more into, you know, the sci-fi and fantasy comics and stuff, or just biographies or just odd stories and stuff, or, you know, just interesting things that really, a lot of it's not even anything to do with superheroes in any way. It's just to do with life stories. This one, what's it called? It's a huge, it's like this thick, and the book's only like this small, and it's about this guy's, it's like 101 days or something like that, and he's just this guy who's, I think he's Dutch or maybe Norwegian, and he's just going around and doing stuff, and he did a comic every day for like 101 days, and it turned into a comic, and it was really interesting. It was really cool. I have to find it.
Have y'all read any of the Stephen King's graphic novels?
Yes, they're cool.
Yeah,
I also have the pop-up book too.
Yeah, I have, I think, 4 or 5 graphic novels that my mom and stepdad give me for Christmas. I haven't even read them yet.
Which ones are they, like from his books, or are they like the Gunslinger series?
From the Dark Tower series.
Oh, I do have some of those.
Those are actually the last comic books I bought. You know, the individual comics.
His son also is an author, Stephen King's son, Joe Hill.
Yeah,
and he wrote that Lock and Key. And he's written some other stuff that's pretty good too.
Yeah, his own wife's is a writer too.
Joe Hill's wife or Stephen King's?
Yeah, Stephen King's.
I did not know that.
Isn't she more of a poet though?
Yeah, she don't have that many books out like Stephen and the son does. I think she mainly does hers online.
Yeah, she's part of the 3 people that came up with the Gunslinger, because she wrote a piece of poetry about the Gunslinger, and then he went crazy with it.
Yeah, Gilead or whatever the name of the place was that he was from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not finding that thing. I wanted to show you what that was. I do have it out in the living room, but you know, it's simple art. It was just he drew it all, and the guy, he goes and he parties with all these people, and he does some stupid things, and I don't know. It's just it's like a half of a year of a kid's life. I think he was in his early 20s when he wrote it. Just interesting. Now I'm not going to be able to remember what it's called though. Oh. Kitty.
He's so spoiled. But look, he's staring right at the screen.
He is. He's staring into my soul. Stop it, Nico. Stop it, Nico.
You don't have to listen to him.
I'm proud my cats and dogs ain't going crazy.
There's Steph. Hi, Steph. Jane. I just want to see if we missed anybody else coming in. I wasn't looking at there's Sean. Let's see. Okay, I think we covered every bit. I think we got all the other people coming in. I hate missing people. Okay. Usually I do a little bit of preparing. I usually I go and look at the person's videos and try and learn a little bit about them so I get some good questions to ask. But this has been, flying by the seat of our pants. So,
well, ask a question you were going to ask Amy.
I don't think that'll work.
Okay, never mind.
Well, what other hobbies do you have? Did we already ask that?
Let's see.
We did.
Hiking,
We started to get
fishing,
into it. Yeah.
playing board games,
Yeah, there we go. We did talk about
and this playing Pokemon Go on the phone.
it. What other kind of board games do you like too? I mean, you talked about the Hero Clicks, which is a board game, right? Really, when it comes down
Yeah,
to
it's a tabletop game.
Yeah.
I play Monopoly. I play Risk, and
you
a
ever,
couple of board games like that.
Ed, maybe have you ever played this one, Talisman?
Yeah,
Sounds familiar.
I played that one. It's a little difficult to start off with. It's kind of difficult until you learn it.
Yeah, it's a good one. We've got that one with all the expansions and everything, and we played that a few times. It's a sword and sorcery type, Ed, and you can work together, or you can backstab people. It's there's a combination there.
I like
ways to play it. I do too. That's why we get along.
I play card games too. I played Magic sometimes. I played Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon cards. I play those.
You do it all. Do you have a good shop by you that you get to hang out at?
They just reopened up my old comic book store, which is a comic book - game store.
Yep, that's what they got to do now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm redoing my board game that I did in high school.
That's right. You started saying that. Yeah. Fat Man Aquatics. Hey, good to see you.
Yeah, I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna redo the questions and all that for the different types of animals. With the game, it's almost like a Monopoly board, where you go around, and when you land on the squares, whatever it has on there, it could have fish, mammals, reptiles, birds. There's different species. Whatever it lands on, you pick that card up and you read it, and they have to guess what the animal is that you're ascribing.
Gotcha.
Nice.
And if they get it right, you get 20 points. If you get it wrong, you take 5 points off.
Oh, that's cool. That's a great learning game. It's a great way to teach kids about animals, and it just sounds fun too. And yes, Patty, I do research. Research.
We had to do a project in high school, so that's what I picked, was a board game to make.
That sounds cool, and you definitely should try and get it put back together. Well, we were talking about your board game in Jess's stream, I believe, right? When we were talking about Pat's game. I hope Pat can get that going, and I would love to see that. Same with yours. I hope you can get it going. I think there's been a resurgence over the last 5, maybe 10 years with board games and stuff. People are tired, I think, of just playing games on their phone. Not that they don't do that. I mean, obviously, it's huge, right? But I think that there's a lot of people that are looking for something that's a little more tactile. Something that they can put their hands on, and they're touching stuff and interacting in the real world more. So I think it's a good time for those.
Yeah, I'm just going and playing board games. Me and my family used to play board games every Friday and Saturday till everyone moved away to different states and that.
Yeah, that's the same here. Well, my kids are still here. Only my oldest has moved away, but we don't play games like we used to, and I do definitely miss it. When they were, my oldest was a teenager. He's 30 now, but when he was a teenager, that's what we did a lot. We played Dungeons and Dragons. We played board games, and Marianne, yes, on Fish Room stream, Brianne did make a shirt, and I believe I'm sure it's well past, but we did have the link in the stream earlier, I think.
Yeah,
I
I
think
just now getting into Dungeons and Dragons.
what's
and
that? You're just
I'm
now?
just now, yeah, I'm just now getting into Dungeons and Dragons and what is it? Pathfinders or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I'm just now getting into those two.
I've never tried Pathfinder, but there's Xanadu. And how are you playing D&D? Are you playing online with people, or you're doing it?
Well, at first we was going to different people's houses playing until all this mess started.
Yeah. Well, that's
So
good.
I haven't played in almost a year now.
You know what, guys? I hate to say this, but I need to skedaddle because I do a show with Diego at 8:00, and I need to be able to talk to him beforehand.
Yeah, not a problem.
RB, it was awesome hanging out with you.
Yeah, you too, Ed.
And Rico, it's always fun hanging out with you too. So
yeah.
I'll see you guys all later.
We'll be over there.
Go.
All right. Now that he's gone, let's have some fun. No, I'm just kidding. Ed's my boy. S is asking, has anyone here played Karam board? I've never have.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I never have. I remember as a kid, pre D&D, playing board games, making milkshakes. That's funny. I just don't. Sorry. I'm not sure why we have to have trolls, but we don't any longer. I just banned that one, Big M and Mike. There's no sense in people just being jerks. I don't get it.
I know. I go through and look at some of my videos and the rude comics and that. I just delete them.
There's no sense, I don't get it, so I just banned it. I don't care who it is, but people just need to have a little sense of empathy and put yourself in that person's shoes, and here's the easiest thing. If I'm old, right? So I feel like I'm allowed to give life advice to people, but here's the easiest thing in the world to do. Don't be a dick. Boom. That's it. Don't be a dick. Treat people with respect. So anyway, yeah. Let's get away from that. Sorry. I don't want to go off on a tangent there, but no more rude people. All right. I heard one of the dogs. They okay? Just playing?
Yeah, no. They're just fighting each other.
Gotcha.
Playing. I got two 5 weeks old puppies that's trying to be rough with the big ones.
Oh. Now, do most of the dogs stay outside? Are they indoors, or is it?
It's kind of mixed. I try to keep the females separate from the males right now.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, until I get my fence put up in the backyard, and the males are going to go in the back, and the females going to be in the front.
And you said you want to do a rescue. Are you going to have people come and take some of them off your hands at different points, or are you just going to bring them in and not adopt any out?
The young ones, I'm going to adopt out. The ones that's a year old or a year or 2 years old, or maybe 3, I'm going to be adopted out. The older ones, I'm going to keep the senior ones.
I don't even know what all the rules are on that kind of stuff. It just I'm sure there's very strict rules, and in most places. I don't know. Maybe it's different in North Carolina, but I'm sure there's very strict rules. And again, that's back to Bob Kaler with his wealth of knowledge on the subject. I don't know how long he's been running the ARC, but it's been a long time. and he knows his stuff. So, okay, all right. Normally, what we do is we do a half an hour of me asking you questions, and then we open it up to chat. So let's open her up for chat. We got about 15 minutes before Diego goes live. So, and then we'll all go over there. Hopefully, I mean, that's where I'm going to go, and hopefully everybody else will go over there too.
Yeah, I have to see if I have to see if I'm subscribed to him or not. I'm not even sure if I have him
Diego's
on my page or not.
He's got a couple of web stores. He sells some products and stuff. He's very cool. He's always, he's always throwing out discount codes and stuff. And he's just a super nice guy too. So, here's a question for you. Missed Match Socks said you said you were trying to set up a 55. What did you say you're going to put in it?
Well, I tried to put community fish in it the first time, and they died. And the second time I tried goldfish, and then the third time I tried guppies. He's in about a week or two, they're all dead. The only thing that's alive in there right now is a clown pleco.
Nice.
That's the only thing that's living.
I have some of those. I love those. Is there, are you sure about the water quality and all that? Are you well versed on, the cycling and all that kind of stuff? Is it?
Yeah, because I had a cycle for 2 months before I put fish in it.
Gotcha.
And I had the water tested the other day, and they said it was good. So I don't know what's going on.
It's got to be something in there that they don't test for, I guess. And I'm pretty new to the hobby myself, so I really don't have any advice. But if anybody in the chat has any kind of advice, if you want advice, I mean, I don't want to force any of that on you.
Yeah, when I'm just going to try to remove the gravel and the plants and the decorations, and just leave it empty, this with water in it, and put something in it, and see, I might move the pleco over to the beta tank for the time being.
Gotcha.
Because it's only a baby pleco right now.
Yeah, mine are very small too. So does anybody have some questions for Ricky, for RB? And I do see they put Brienne's merchandise thing on there. Big M's on the ball always. Okay. We still have 25 people and 39 likes, so I really appreciate that, everybody. Thank you very much. Any questions? I can't think of anything else. Again, I was sort of, I normally do, and I know Patty's going to laugh again, but I normally do just a little bit of research. It's not like I dive in, but I go and I look at the person's page, and I go look at other stuff they've done. And just, get a feel for that person a little bit. And then I know what kind of questions to ask. That also helps me stay away from questions that maybe are painful for people. But Big M always asks this in every stream. And he said, what is one thing that you would change about yourself?
That's hard question.
Yeah. Some people are like, boom, they know, and I'm like, how do you
Probably being too nice to everyone, because I'm nice to everyone.
I would say no. I would say I don't think you can be too nice to people. Yes, I get that it comes back and haunts you sometimes, and because
I'm too nice to everyone. Every time I'm nice, I just get screwed over every time.
People can be bad, but I think it's even if people are taking advantage of you, to not be a good person and not do the right things and not be nice is worse for you than being taken advantage of. That's just my philosophy. But Patty would like to know, where would you like to retire to? Do you like North Carolina, or is there someplace that you'd rather go?
If there's a place I could move to, it'll be Alaska.
Nice.
Because I like the cold.
I was gonna say, can you deal with the cold? You guys don't get too much cold weather there.
Yeah, I love the cold. I like the cold better than I do the heat.
Yeah, me too. Mr. Chadwick said, favorite fish.
Favorite fish, the beta.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of betas. I just don't like them.
Yeah, it was my second fish that I ever had, and after that, I've just been getting them over the years.
I had one when I was a kid, but I have not had one in a very, very long time. At least 40 years, probably 45 years. And I remember having when I was a kid, I remember having it in with an angelfish, and they seemed as much as I recall, they seemed to do pretty well together. I bought them at the same time, and they were in a 20-gallon tank. And I don't.
They got enough. Yeah, if there's plenty of room, they said that they could be in with other like angelfish and a couple of other big ones like that, but that won't eat them.
Mismatched Socks would like to know: do your socks match?
What socks? I wear flip flops.
Yeah. I hardly ever wear shoes or socks myself, even though it's winter. A lot of times I'll walk outside to check the mail, and in the snow and barefoot.
Yeah, I do that too when we get snow here. I can't wear shoes because I have bone spurs on the side of my foot and on top of my foot, so I can't wear shoes because of the pressure.
Oh, gotcha. So you've got a good reason.
Yeah.
Muppet would like to know: do the dogs and cats sleep in your bed?
Yeah, every night.
Yep. All of them? As many as will fit?
Yeah, as many as that wants to get in there. Trying to turn over sometimes is kind of hard to roll over in that. At least I stay warm though.
Yeah. We have one that sleeps with us, and every night or a few times a night, and he's an old pug and he has breathing problems, so he always comes up and sneezes on you to wake you up so that you will pet him. And he just wants a few pets, just scratch his chest a little bit, and then he goes right back down to the bottom of the bed and goes right back to sleep.
Yeah, I have one like that gets on top of my head and starts pawing up my head until I open it. She gives me a big old kiss and then goes to bed.
I love dogs. It's not a real home for me unless there's dogs in it. S would like to know: do you have any ghost encounters?
Yeah, because I used to live in a haunted house growing up.
Tell us a little bit about that. What kind of things have you seen or experienced that?
Well, in the haunted house, the landlord's grandfather shot himself in the house. He had cousins that was hung in the house, and I seen all of that.
Wow.
And I seen the lights go on and off in there in the house. The TVs would come on by itself, and you look over and see something sitting on the couch watching TV.
I've never. I know the people who grew up in this house that we bought, and her mom did die in the house, but I've never seen anything. But my kids and my wife swear that there are things. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, Ozzy and All In Tanks. I don't know if you know who they are. They haven't been around too much lately.
No, I probably look them up and check them out.
Ozzy used to stream with Rob 93 on Tuesday nights. I think it's Wednesday nights. He doesn't anymore, and he hasn't been streaming much lately. But All In Tanks and Ozzy is starting a paranormal channel where he's going to go do all kinds of investigations and try and see if anything ever is real and if he can capture anything on video and stuff. So he's going to start that if you're interested in that. John, My Fish Tanks. What should I call you, John? There's too many Johns, so I can't call you John. MFT? Maybe I'll call you MFT. What's your dream tank?
My dream tank, saltwater tank,
Nice.
clownfish, and what's the fish that Dory was on Nemo? What's that fish?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about,
I can't think of the name of it right offhand.
but yeah, and again, here's somebody else who that you might be interested in watching. Our good friend Jesse. He has JN Aquarium. He's actually breeding clownfish, and he does it on the cheap, really. I mean, I shouldn't say cheap, but his setup isn't very expensive, and he actually was talking about growing them out in just a regular 10-gallon tank with a sponge filter, nothing special, no major setup. So he really has some ways to take care of clownfish that's not going to break the bank on you. Hippo 10, Daniel Velez said.
Yeah,
Hippo
that's
10.
right. Yeah, that's them. Yeah, because I want to do a 20 long with a few clownfish in it.
They are cool looking. He's got some, I don't remember what he called them. They're mostly white though. And I want to say like snowball or something, but they're beautiful. And he's been breeding them now for about a year, I think. And he's really got a good handle on it. Oh, it's 7:57. So if anybody else has Big M, Mr. Singh, I just you're always on the ball. You always throw those links up there just like that. Thanks so much. I appreciate that, man. But if anybody has any other questions, let's get them in. I want to end this in the next couple of minutes so we can get over to Diego's. But Ricky, I appreciate you coming up. And maybe one of these nights when on Monday nights when Ed and I do our stream, you can come up and talk about a specific comic book with us.
Yeah, I would have to read the Stephen King, one of the Stephen King graphic novels, and let you know how it is.
Yeah, there you go. Let's do that. Let's plan on that. Maybe even, well, let's see. This next Monday we've got something going on, but the following Monday might be good if you want to.
Yeah, this get up with me on Instagram.
Okay.
I think we're following each other on Instagram. I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I saw you on there.
Yeah, this send me a message whenever a good day is for you.
Okay. Yeah, we always go on Monday nights at 8:00. So Monday night Eastern Standard Time, which is you're on Eastern Standard, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I am going to cut it off then, so we can get over to Diego's. And there's Paul. Hey, Paul. Good to see you. We're just shutting down, Paul. We're all going to head over to Diego's. I don't know that anybody else is going right now. I know Bentley Pasco is at 9:00. I'm not sure of anybody else going right now, but definitely Diego is going. So if anybody wants to go join us over there, we'll see you there. And there's Bob Kaler coming in at the last second. Always good to see you too, Bob. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Ricky, thanks for being my guest. And everybody, thanks for watching. And
thanks for having me.
This Saturday, I actually have a live stream, and I'm going to interview Bentley Pasco. I'm excited about that one. Bentley's a really good guy, super smart, knows his stuff, and I'm excited for that one. And then next Tuesday, I have Peck Tech, who is a good friend of Bob's and James and Ed from Fish Room Fever. So I got some good ones lined up. Grumpy Mike is coming up after that. Mr. Furlow I've got coming up. I've just got so many awesome people to interview. So this entire year is just going to be great interviews. All right, guys. Everybody take care, and we'll see